Hi, this is Snoop Dogg, and you're about to see the best sports and entertainment talk show on the internet with your host, Troy Geary. The man who seems to go to every sporting event, and Dave Stevens born without legs, but won 7 Emmys and played college football and minor league baseball. Throw in Will Stein wherever Will Stein is, and you've got a heck of a show. It's the Geary, Stein, and Stevens Show. Bo Shizzle.
Well, the nice thing about AI, Snoop Dogg, is you don't have to pay those residuals. But we are here once again at Radio Row, and another treat for me is to have former Patriot Jarvis Green joining us for a little bit. We're at the Super Bowl, and this man knows a little bit about the Super Bowl because you played in a couple. Welcome, and what do you think of this Super Bowl?
This is another great Super Bowl in New Orleans. City hosted the most, right? So it's going to be a great game versus KC in Philadelphia. People kind of ask me the question about, are you worried about KC going for a three-peat? I see how American, what's his name? American Morris?
Yeah.
I see how he felt when he talked about us when he was undefeated that year in those 7 years. So just happy to be here. Happy just to share some life studies and some past history about Super Bowls.
Well, this is kind of a homecoming for you. I mean, you went to high school here. You played at LSU. I mean, you're almost the ambassador of this Super Bowl.
I wish I was, but I'm not. I live in Baton Rouge now. Have kids there, family, and went to LSU, man, and just proud of the state and the things I've done just to come back and just share the wealth and just, have business and just work with the local guys and the youth in the industry, and also just it's good to be home again, guys. Here, yeah.
You play with a pretty good quarterback in Tom Brady. What do you see in Patrick Mahomes that you kind of seen in Tom Brady?
I think when Patrick was at the combine, I saw all the different the news about, he's not fast enough, he's not smart enough, he can't do this, he can't do that. Kind of the same way with Tom Brady, right? And then you see the things that he's accomplished on the field, man. I mean, he still has so long to go, and he has 3 Super Bowls already under his belt, man. And a lot of Patrick Mahomes, a great guy. He's probably going to break all Tom Brady's records. Let's be honest here. I mean, if he played the longevity, 21, 22 years, you can't stop the guy. He got that cheat code,
Yeah. And now you were talking about some of the things that you've been doing.
Yeah.
Kind of talk about your foundation. What have you been up to after football?
So I have a company called Oceans 97, started in 2015. After football, I went into the seafood business. Went to school for construction management. Did some of that, here and there. But then 2012, started internship working with the Vietnamese co-op. Started 2015, Ocean 97. Ever since then, I've been working in retail, Stop and Shop, the Market Basket, the Walmarts, and some others across the country. But right now, I'm more in food security. So I created this patent IP on shelf-stable shrimp. Now, you might think about mussels and anchovies and sardines and tuna, but it's a shrimp spread pop top in a pouch. So that's what I'm doing right now, but I'm doing it international countries, but also when it comes to corrections, immigration, and I'm trying to work on some stuff with USAID with WIC.
Awesome. And we just had our previous guest is at the Taste.
With coffee, right?
Yeah, you should be at the Taste the NFL with us, right?
You know what? I heard his story, and I remember when I got into the business, and then I did my Taste of NFL. I forgot what Super Bowl it was, but I did with a local chef with the Patriots. We did some shrimp products, and it's part of the phase. And I think it's a great concept. We need more entrepreneurs right now. That's kind of what Trump is pushing: more entrepreneurs in the country, help the GDP, and just create and just develop. And proud to be USA, also to develop USA products.
All right, so it's Super Bowl Sunday back in your career.
Yep.
What is that feeling like when you run out to the field, the first moment, just to coming out of that breezeway to get onto the field to play in that Super Bowl?
Let me say this. Before that feeling, I don't know how many guys had a good night of rest. I know I didn't sleep much the entire week. So much anxiety, good and bad. But then that moment come up, the lights, the cameras, the crowd, and I've been there 3 times, but that next time it feel like the first time. Just understanding the stuff that you did growing up. This is a dream come true to get to the top. So just the opportunity to honor some of the best feelings that you're ever going to experience in life.
And you talk about the best, Bill Belichick as a coach. The funny part is since he's been away from the game, we see this funny side, this personality, all this stuff.
Yeah.
Did you guys see any of that when you were playing?
I mean, towards the end of my time up there, he was opening up more, but I'm going to say around 05, 04, 05, he had more jokes, cracking more jokes, probably because of his love life. We really don't know. But he's a different guy now. He's living a lot more. He's not all in the shadows. And when he was there, man, just to be blessed, just to be coached by a guy like him. And I gotta say the same thing for LSU. Playing under Nick Saban, and just had the honor to play for two of the greatest coaches in college and NFL as well.
All right. Well, we have a little treat next to Will Stein is joining us. We never see him on the show. Is your mic on?
Yes.
Okay. What do you got for us, Will?
So you've been a part of some major teams representing the Super Bowl. What Super Bowl stands out to you the most, and why?
I mean, it's the greatest game on turf in the world. Everybody wants to be part of it. Everybody's watching it. You see it from the awareness and the viewership. And I think the Super Bowl and just the NFL, just the branding in the market, it helps. I mean, when it comes to the youth, different countries from international and domestically, but I mean the Super Bowl, man, just an honor. When you put them pads on from the first time I started playing football in the 7th grade, from the first day I put those pads on, that's something that every kid want to reach for. To play in the NFL and the Super Bowl, a lot of us don't get a chance to go and play, but it's just a blessing to be in this program, to be in this fraternity. And I think for every kid that's watching, they want the same hopes and dreams.
Jarvis, you were a hard hitter when you played, but now we know and we see what has happened to some of your brothers as far as suicides and brain trauma and CTE. Does any of that bother you? Do you worry in the back of your mind that could hit you down the road? Do you notice things? I mean, we just had Brett Favre talking about he has Parkinson's.
Yeah, every day. Look, I know guys that I meet today that I meet 10 years ago. I tell the guys I'm a different person. I go take all my tests. I think we could take it like every 18 months. They say I'm fine. They say I'm like a normal adult. And I always say, no, I can feel it. I can feel it. I mean, people around me, I have a twin brother. He always hit me up every day. He said, man, you're getting dumber and dumber every day. and I'm like, it's serious. And I want to tell guys who's listening, go out and check with your doctors, man. We have free help. We have that. We earn that, So go out and take it, get the test, check your head, because overnight it can happen to you and you'll be a different person.
Is the game getting safer, or are they pampering too much to some of the quarterbacks and things?
I mean, it's an offensive game. It's tough. Look, we got less contact, yeah, but once you get on the field, things happen. Everybody playing full speed, so you never know what's going to happen. You got to protect yourself, play smart. You can try to coach a person to tackle the proper way, but when you're out there with bullets flying, man, it's all instinct reaction. But yeah, I'm gonna say the game is getting a little softer. Hopefully, I see them creating the flag football league. That's good because we can keep a separation. We know the difference, right? We know the difference, but we always crack and joke about the way it was when I played. And then they got a guy that played before me say, guys, it's getting softer and softer. We understand, but health is everything.
Well, they might see those quarterbacks in red jerseys sometime in our day,
I can see that. You press a button, he's down. I get it.
So you're well known for your play on the field. What do you want to be known for off the field?
Well, since I retired, I've been in the seafood business. I talked about that earlier. I have oceans97.com. That is my website. And then I have a Green Reef Foundation. The foundation helps food security in developing countries, but also is more about value add, food security, zero waste. So for me, I've been loving life after football. This started off as an internship for me. Now it's my business, and this is what I do, live and die. And I always tell people, eat domestic seafood. That helps local fishermen in the area and around the country.
That's good to know. And what you're doing for our inmates and things, I mean, it's very noble. I mean, they need help too.
Yeah, they do, man. And it's a whole different world in that corrections life. But I know when I started selling to these guys, it was more about giving them variety, but also like the product that I've created in the can or the pouch. It was more about taking the small pieces of shrimp and the ugly shrimp and repurposing it into the can, because these guys in corrections, they want the protein, right? They want that. They want healthy, clean food. And somebody might say, why are they worried about health so much in prisons and corrections? Just think about a guy that's 45 years old. He's a lifer, but he has diabetes. And we know I had a dad that passed from diabetes, and going to dialysis 3 times a week, that just gets very, very expensive. So good health across the board, in and out, is very important, and I appreciate those guys as well. And for what they've, it's tough business, man. But everybody got to eat.
All right. Well, if your memory still is working, what goes back to your, and you can say college or pro, but is there that one defining play that pops in your brain? You had a couple of sacks against Indy, but is there that one defining play that you'll never forget?
I mean, I got to go back to that because my first year and a half in the league, I was making so many mental errors. I was probably averaging 6 a game. I remember Coach Romeo and Belichick and Pepper Johnson in my ear saying, "You got to wake up, man. You got to make less those errors. It's going to help the defense across the board." And I remember that Indianapolis game, 2004 AFC Championship game. When I got those 2.5 sacks, my confidence level shot out the roof. I knew that I belonged there in the club, and ever since that, I was very, very more cautious. But I played better with less mental errors on the field.
I see the guys that have been around here that have won Super Bowls have their rings. Where's yours?
Man, my kids have my rings, to be honest, man. I haven't worn my rings in years. And I remember when I was moving out, I had some situations with my ex-wife, and I remember I had all my college rings. Look, statute limitations, they got all of this, right? It's crazy. So if I could get my rings back from my kids, they have my rings now, but then my college rings, if I could find those, I would wear them. But, it's just a mess right now, so. They're gigantic. Yeah, they're getting so much bigger and bigger, huh? Is that a contest? What is that? Very gaudy. Yeah, I mean, the 0304, it was a different shape, bigger. Yeah, that was the thing. But, for the ring, we got a ring when we lost, right? So you don't know the details until you ask the question. I remember the loser out of the championship, the NFL pays $750 per ring, right? So that's not much of a ring. But then since we had that record, 21 games, 18-0, Kraft added like another 11 grand to the ring because the ring meant something for history. So that losing ring looked better than the Giants winning ring.
Yeah, and since you touched on it,
yeah.
you touched on it. It seems like Robert Kraft is not just an owner, but he becomes kind of a dad, almost a friend. Like, what was that relationship like?
So I played with Denver, and then I was at Houston for 3 weeks. But Bob McNair was a great guy. That's the name. The old Houston owner was a great guy. Didn't really meet Coach K from Denver. I guess that's the name. But Mr. Kraft, I can remember walking into the weight room. He's in there working out. He has his right hand with him, and he's like, "Hey, how's your wife? Like, whatever." He said in my first name, "How are the kids?" And I'm like, "Look, Mr. Kraft, I know you just didn't pop. I know you just didn't remember that name. All the people he has to remember, even if that right hand is say, hey, Mr. Kraft, it's Jarvis coming in. His wife's name is blah, blah, blah. His kid's name is this. If he's doing that, I'm fine with it. But those little things, he was always on it. He saw you, he kissed you, he hugged you. How's the family doing? How the kids doing? Every time you saw him, he was genuinely concerned about who you were as a person. And when you played for him, you wasn't on eggshells. He was a human being. Treated you like a human being. Mr. Kraft, great guy.
That's great to hear.
Yeah.
So one more time, how do we follow you on social media? Where can we find your new products?
Well, my website is Ocean 97. That's my seafood business. And then I have my website, the foundation is greenreef.org. Social media, Jarvis Green, Twitter, Jarvis Green, LinkedIn, Jarvis Green, Instagram. Pretty easy.
All right. Well, thanks for spending some time with us, man. That was fun. It's nice to get some
Definitely,
insight. Most people hate the Patriots and they don't want to talk about them, but it's nice to,
right.
we get.
Yeah.
Was that tough to deal with the outsiders? You're just doing your thing, you're winning, and everybody's chastising for it.
I mean, I don't know how it is with Kansas City because, I mean, they're about to go on. They got a chance to break the record 3 in a row. I mean, they're the most dominant team in the last 3-4 years. We had the same thing, but it was like, it was tough when we played, man, because I think during those times we had those conspiracies, right? Deflategate. I was there for Spygate, and people asked the question, did it really happen? I mean, you got caught, So something happened, but we played the game, But it was just interesting and all of that because we never was like so. And I'm from here, so I can't walk around with a Patriots jersey on. I would get heckled, I would get cussed at, or something will get thrown at me. But that's the way it is. But I grew up a Saints fan. But I just played there for 8 years, But hey, sport is everything, and hometown people are dead serious.
And I'm not going to talk about what he did, but did you notice differences? I mean, were you around Aaron Hernandez very much?
I didn't play with Aaron, but I know when I was selling my house in Norton, Massachusetts, he talked to my realtor. I had to talk to him, but that was before he went crazy. I used to see him in the locker room when I'm passing through, but I was retired. But I used to go there and say hello to everybody because I was working my business up there. He was a cool guy. Talked to you, much respect. Great guy. But then when that happened, I'm like, damn, that's the same guy?
That just shows to what happens to the head trauma and things, because they said he had the biggest
mush,
CTE
right?
they'd
Brains,
ever
right?
seen for that age. So
Yeah.
it takes its toll, and
It
we
does.
talked about
It
that.
does.
So I hope things are good. We are seeing new progress in technology. Jim McMahon had his brain rewired by a lot of different things, and
Wow.
hopefully the league sees those things and gives you guys those opportunities to do that. So.
Tech is important. Innovation is very important. Yeah.
All right, Jarvis. Best of luck in
Thank
the
you, guys.
future. I hope your stuff goes national
Thank
and
you.
we can really see another
Yes,
great
definitely.
NFL guy that has made a name for himself away from the game.
Yes,
so
sir. Thank you.
keep
Go Tigers.
contributing. That's all right. All right. Dave Stevens wrapping up Radio Row for one more guest. I'm not sure if we have anybody else coming, but you never know. We'll stick around here for a couple.
Serendipity Yacht Cruises and Events wants you to come party with us. We're bringing the fun to the Houston Bay Area. Stay tuned for all of our incredible events throughout the year, featuring amazing food and drinks, live entertainment, special guests, and so much more. Fun, new, different. Serendipity Yacht Cruises and Events is where you want to be. So come party with us. It's more than a yacht. It's serendipity.
Introducing the world's first temporary airbrush tattoo kiosk, iTattoo, bringing wearable, shareable temporary body art to live events. iTattoo stands for Interactive Temporary Airbrush Tattoo Unit. The team is raising additional capital for this incredible iTattoo concept, putting ink on skin at scale. I'll say it again, folks, ink on skin at scale. This will be the coolest addition to any event, and imagine the reactions when you add body art to the mix. Cool kiosks for a large venue or event. And it's super sponsorable. If you or anyone is interested in talking about the cap raise or the unit itself, please reach out to Nathan or Chris at itattoo.life.
Hi, my name is Shaquille Duggar, and I'm the CEO and founder of Pi. My passion is and always has been helping people. That's why I created Pi. I wanted to devise solutions that would make it easier for businesses to become more efficient and effective to drive profitability, while at the same time helping the customers they serve. Our newest self-service solution is a perfect example of that collaboration. Business leaders told us they wanted a smaller alternative to the larger freestanding kiosks they already love, and we delivered with our newest product. A countertop device we call Eclair introduces space-saving, compactness, versatility, and convenience. When it comes to our self-service solutions industry specifically, we put considerable stock in a quote from Alan Key. People who are really serious about software should make their own hardware. That's Pi in a nutshell. To ensure we produce the best self-service options, we do it all, designing and developing our own hardware and software. The bulk of our business involves the food industry, catering to an evolving industry with technology that is ever evolving itself. Our customers aren't necessarily in traditional restaurant locations. They're in malls, food trucks, and pop-up stands. Additionally, we perform considerable research of consumer trends and behaviors, trying to forecast what they will want and need as it relates to self-service in the short and long term. It's challenging, but exciting and satisfying work. Visiting the restaurant of one of our partners and seeing customers effortlessly order and pay for food through a Pi kiosk puts a huge smile on my face. And it fuels to do more to further enhance their experience. Our latest kiosk designs are reflective of what we've learned, observed, and anticipated. We are designing attractive enclosures that make our kiosks hard to pass by. We're developing and installing intuitive software that's easy to use, and we're incorporating curved high-definition touchscreen that enhance visual quality. At Pi, our ultimate objective is to bring a personal approach to self-service solutions that also display our creativity and ability to devise great products. I introduce to you Pi's newest product, Eclair. Welcome to Pi.